An Addiction/Substance Abuse Counselor Certification Guide. Chapter 1. Where to get certified as a counselor after you do the training and get a diploma. U.S. State Substance Abuse Counselor Certification Boards and Information. Alabama. Alabama Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Certification Board. PO Box 12472, Birmingham, Alabama 35202. 205-933-2333. jasonklum@gmail.com. Exam use, Levels I and II and use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Alaska. Alaska Commission for Behavioral Health Certification. POB 111350. Anchorage, Alaska 99511-1350. 907-332-4333. Fax, 844-330-7491. acbhc@akcertification.org. Exam use, Levels I and II and use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Arizona. Substance Abuse Credentialing Committee. State of Arizona Board of Behavioral Health Examiners. 1400 W. Washington, Suite 300. Phoenix, Arizona 85007. 602-542-1882. Exam use, Level 2 and MAC for state-regulated credentials. Colorado. Colorado Association of Addiction Professionals. PO Box 9384, Denver, Colorado 80209. 303-989-9577, EXT1. Exam use, Level 2 and MAC for state-regulated credentials. District of Columbia. District of Columbia Addiction Professionals Consortium. 1325 D Street SE 1st FL. Washington, D.C. 20003. 202-675-2008. Certification at dcaddictionprofessional.org. Exam use, Levels I and II. Licensure Board will assume responsibility for credentialing and licensing of SUDs and will use all levels of exams. District of Columbia Department of Health. Health Professional Licensing Administration. Boards of Allied and Behavioral Health. 899 North Capitol Street NE, Suite 200. Washington, D.C. 20002. 202-724.7332. Fax, 202-727-8471. hpla.doh.dc.gov. Georgia. Georgia Addiction Counselors Association, GACA. 4015 South Cobb Drive, Suite 160. Smyrna, Georgia 30080. 770-457-2745. Exam use, Levels I and II and use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Indiana. Indiana Association for Addiction Professionals. 15792 County Road 36. Goshen, Indiana 46528. 260-463-7144. Exam use, Levels I and II and MAC, for clinical supervision, use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Licensure Board will manage credentials and licensing for state. Behavioral Health and Human Services Licensing Board. 402 West Washington Street, Room W072. Indianapolis, Indiana 46204. Kansas. Kansas Association of Addiction Professionals. PO Box 1732, Topeka, Kansas 66601. 785-235-2400. Exam use, Levels I and II and use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Kansas Behavioral Science Regulatory Board. 712 South Kansas Avenue. Topeka, Kansas 66603. 785-296-3240. Fax, 785-296-3112. Minnesota. Minnesota Board of Behavioral Health and Therapy. 2829 University Avenue SE Suite 210. Minneapolis, Minnesota 55414. 612-617-2178. Fax, 612-617-2187. bbht.state.mn.us. Exam Use Licensure. Montana. Chemical Dependency Certification. PO Box 200513, Helena, Montana 59620. 406-444-4923. Exam Use, Levels I and II and Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates, State-Operated Board. Nevada. Board of Examiners for Alcohol and Drug Abuse Counselors. 401 Dayton Valley Road Suite B. Dayton, Nevada 89403. 775-246-2260. Exam Use, Levels I and II and Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. New Mexico. New Mexico Counseling and Therapy Board. 2550 Cerrillos Road. Santa Fe, New Mexico 87505. 505-476-4646, Certification and Licensure. Exam Use, Levels I and II and Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. North Carolina. North Carolina Substance Abuse Professional Practice Board. PO Box 10126, Raleigh, North Carolina 27605. 919-832-0975. Accepts the MAC for deemed status. North Dakota. North Dakota Board of Addiction Counseling Examiners. PO Box 975, Bismarck, North Dakota 58502. 701-255-1439. Exam Use, Levels I and II and Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. Oregon. The Addiction Counselor Certification Board of Oregon. 4506 SE Belmont, Suite 210. Portland, Oregon 97215. 503-231-8164. Exam Use, Levels I2 and MAC, for Clinical Supervision, Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. Pennsylvania. State Board of Professional Counselors. PO Box 2649, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17105. Exam Use, Uses MAC exam for licensure. Puerto Rico. Universidad Central del Caribe School of Medicine. PO Box 60327, Bayamon, Puerto Rico 00960. Exam Use, Levels I and II and Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. South Carolina. Scoodic Certification Commission. 1215 Anthony Avenue. Columbia, South Carolina 29201. 803-779-0343. Exam Use, Levels I2 and MAC, for Clinical Supervision, Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. Tennessee. Health-Related Board Division. 655 Mainstream Drive, 2nd floor. Nashville, Tennessee 37243. 615-741-5735. Exam Use, Levels I2 and MAC, for Clinical Supervision, Licensure, Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. Utah. Association of Utah of Substance Abuse Professionals. 2919 Granite Hollow Street. Sandy, Utah 84092. 801-733-0200. Exam Use, Levels I and II, State-Run Board, Use of the NCCAP Credentialing Process for Approval of Candidates. Utah Division of Occupational Professional Licensing. 160 E300S. Salt Lake City, Utah 84111. 530-6628. DOPL web at utah.gov. Virginia. Commonwealth of Virginia Board of Licensed Professional Counselors. 6606 West Broad Street. Richmond, Virginia 23230-1717. Exam use, MAC exam for licensure. Washington. Washington State Department of Health. CDC Program Administrator. PO Box 47869, Olympia, Washington 98504. Exam use, Levels I2 and MAC, for clinical supervision, use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Current. Washington State Department of Health Office of Customer Service. 310 Israel Road Southeast. Tumwater, Washington 98501. Mailing address, PO Box 47877, Olympia, Washington 98504. Phone, 360-236-4700. Fax, 360-236-4918. Jenny.Kerner@do.wa.gov. Wyoming. Occupational Licensing Director. 2020 Cary Avenue Suite 201. Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002. 307-777-7788. Exam use, Levels I and II use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. Other substance abuse counselor places to get certification as a drug counselor. americanacademy.org/index.html, American Academy of Healthcare Providers in the Addictive Disorders Nonprofit Credentialing Organization for Providers in the Addiction Treatment Field. natc.org/getcertified.html, Drug and Alcohol Credentialing Database list of specific requirements for counselor certification for each state. ARIT.org, Federation of European Professionals Working in the Field of Drug Abuse. NATEP.org, National Association Addiction Treatment Providers Association of for-profit and non-profit addiction treatment providers. NADAC.org, National Association of Alcohol and Drug Abuse Counselors, largest organization of addictions counselors in the U.S. NASADAD.org, National Association of State Alcohol and Drug Abuse Directors. natc.org/getcertified.html, State and international credentialing bodies. Northwest Indian Council on Chemical Dependency. 2209 East 32nd Street. Tacoma, Washington 98404. 206-593-0291. Federal Bureau of Prisons. Drug Abuse Program, Continuing Education Office. 320 1st Street, NW. NALC, Room 401. Washington, D.C. 20534. 202-514-4492. Southwest Indian Substance Abuse Certification Board. 636 North 3rd Street. Phoenix, Arizona 85003. 602-254-3247. Brining Institute. 8880 Greenback Lane. Orangevale, California 95662. 916-987-2007. Exam use, Levels I and II. Car. Armand Urbano, Director of Education and Training. 2400 Marconi Avenue. Sacramento, California 95821. 916-338-9460. Exam use, Levels I and II. Federal Bureau of Prisons. Federal Bureau of Prisons. 320 1st Street Northwest. Washington, D.C. 20534. 202-514-4492. Exam use, MAC. ONETonline.org lists 47 certifications within the addiction counselor field. The website onetonline.org/link/credentials/21-1011.00 =C=1 lists 47 credentials for the addiction counselor profession. You have to click onto each one to be redirected to a new web page where you will get the website of the certifying organization. O*netcode 21-1011.00/Substance Abuse and Behavioral Disorder Counselors. Nationally Certified Peer Recovery Support Specialist. Association for Addiction Professionals. Core. Clinical Supervisor Credential. The Brining Institute. Advanced. Nationally Endorsed Student Assistance Professional. Association for Addiction Professionals. Specialty. Master Counselor in Addictions. The Brining Institute. Advanced. Master's Drug Alcohol Addiction Counselor accredited by NCCA. Association of Christian Alcohol and Drug Counselors. Specialty. National Certified Gambling Counselor. National Council on Problem Gambling. Advanced. Certified Forensic Interviewer. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. National Clinical Supervision Endorsement. Association for Addiction Professionals. Specialty. Medication-Assisted Treatment Counselor. The Brining Institute. Advanced. Certified Forensic Addiction Specialist accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Certified Criminal Justice Specialist. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Certified Clinical Mental Health Counselor in Demand related to military occupational specialties. National Board for Certified Counselors. Specialty. Board Certified Assistant Behavior Analyst in Demand accredited by NCCA. Behavior Analyst Certification Board. Advanced. Christian Drug, Alcohol, and Addictions Counselor. Association of Christian Alcohol and Drug Counselors. Core. Board Certified Behavior Analyst Doctoral. Behavior Analyst Certification Board. Advanced. Master Addiction Counselor in Demand related to military occupational specialties. Association for Addiction Professionals. Advanced. Certified Eating Disorders Registered Nurse. International Association of Eating Disorders Professionals. Advanced. Nationally Endorsed Co-Occurring Disorders Professional. Association for Addiction Professionals. Specialty. Forensic Addictions Counselor. The Brining Institute. Advanced. Certified Domestic Violence Counselor. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Master Addictions Counselor in Demand related to military occupational specialties. Accredited by NCCA. National Board for Certified Counselors. Specialty. Certified Substance Abuse Program Administrator. Certification Commission for Drug and Alcohol Program Professionals. Advanced. Certified Specialist in Positive Behavior Support. National Alliance for Direct Support Professionals. Core. Certified Clinical Supervisor related to military occupational specialties. International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium. Advanced. Silencal Certified Domestic Violence Counselor. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. National Certified Adolescent Addictions Counselor. Association for Addiction Professionals. Specialty. Registered Addiction Specialist related to military occupational specialties. Accredited by NCCA. The Brining Institute. Advanced. Christian Substance Abuse Counselor 2. Association of Christian Alcohol and Drug Counselors. Core. Certified Co-Occurring Disorder Specialist. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Distance Credentialed Counselor. Center for Credentialing and Education, Inc. Advanced. Clinically Certified Forensic Counselor related to military occupational specialties. Accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Advanced. National Certified Addiction Counselor, Level 2 related to military occupational specialties. Association for Addiction Professionals. Advanced. Certified Addiction Specialist related to military occupational specialties. Accredited by NCCA. American Academy of Healthcare Providers in the Addictive Disorders. Specialty. Certified Alcohol and Drug Counselor in Demand related to military occupational specialties. International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium. Advanced. Certified Advanced Alcohol and Drug Counselor related to military occupational specialties. International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium. Advanced. Certified Sex Offender Treatment Specialist related to military occupational specialties. Accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Certified Clinical Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drugs Social Worker related to military occupational specialties. National Association of Social Workers. Advanced. Master Addictions Counselor in Demand accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. National Certified Addiction Counselor, Level I related to military occupational specialties. Association for Addiction Professionals. Advanced. Nicotine Dependence Specialist related to military occupational specialties. Association for Addiction Professionals. Advanced. Certified Criminal Justice Addiction Professional related to military occupational specialties. International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium. Advanced. Certified Chemical Dependency Counselor accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Certified Prevention Specialist related to military occupational specialties. International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium. Advanced. Certified Juvenile Treatment Specialist. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Certified Sex Offender Treatment Specialist. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Specialty. Clinical Certified Criminal Justice Specialist accredited by NCCA. National Association of Forensic Counselors. Chapter 2. Drug Counselor Certification Worldwide. Asia. Asian Center for Certification and Education. The Colombo Plan. Tabian How. Number 31 Wijarama Mawe The Colombo 7 Po Box 596, Sri Lanka. ColomboPlan.org. Developed exam and procedure specifically for use by ACCE. Asia Pacific Certification Commission for Addiction Professionals. Asia Pacific Association for Addiction Professionals. 8/F Tunghua Mansion, 199-203 Hennessy Road. Wan Chai, Hong Kong. Tela, +852, 2827-1408. Fax, +852, 2877-9559. apaapi@tunghua.org.hk. Website. apaapi.tunghua.csd.org. Iceland. Exam use, Levels I and II, Country Run Board, use of the NCCAP credentialing process for approval of candidates. South Korea. Nadag. Rev. Do Hyuyong Kim. 282 to 6th 3rd floor Gurogu. Seoul, South Korea. Developed exam and procedure specifically for use by South Korea.